Okay. So we're looking at Reina today, and I want to say that Reina is a humble mid tier. Okay, she has stances. Look, she has stances. She has it all. She has stances. She has a hop kick that not even on counter hit you'll get a tornado off of. She has an electric like everyone else. Okay. You know, she has very good buttons and stance. You know, she could go straight into wall splat. She could go, you know, into heat guard. She could go. Whoops. I'm forgetting the word. She could go straight into a crouching guard. She has plenty of stuff. She has a better Omen than Heihachi, which is crazy to say. Tekken 7, Heihachi Omen was crazy, but she has one. She has one. She has boom. She has blue sparks. She obviously has electric. She has a leg electric as well, which we're gonna talk about in depth as well of why that's a really good tool. Look, she has tools. On counter hit, that's a launch. You know, and it's also homing. Great. She can punish rage arts as well with electric, of course, or she could just go into heat this way. You know. She has launcher. Forward 3 is a launcher. It's a wall splat. It's very good. What else is it? In heat she gets this. That's crazy. When I go into heat, I go. It gets people so often. So often you'll get people with that, especially in blue ranks. We're gonna quickly talk about the legs, okay? The electric leg, okay? Because this is crazy. On block, -13. If I could do electric, it's -9, so it becomes safe. On counter hit, I forgot the combo. Oops. $77 damage on wall, okay? And the wall carry is insane. We're at the middle of the stage, right? It's ridiculous, right? She has an amazing grab game. 1+2. This is a 2 break. She has regular ones. She has side ones, which the same problem I have with Miyaru, which with a grab animation to be recycled. You know, so that sucks. But she has this amazing back grab. She has an amazing back grab. She has an amazing back grab. Lovely. She has an amazing counter hit. Stylish. Very stylish. Seriously, very stylish character. Your combo expression is high with her as well. Her damage is pretty high. Again, you have D-stance on Vasa counter hit launcher. Vasa counter hit launcher. She has this. Goes in the heat. She has she got like literally from there. These stances. She could twirl. Look. Twirl. And from twirl she could get into heat guard. She could get into mid. She could get into this. She could cancel into this. This is bullshit. These stances make her a very top tier character. These are traits of a top tier character. She even has one here. No one uses it, but you know, it's what it is. She has this, and he is. 1 second. And on block, not even forget that it just puts someone to the wall. It doesn't wall splat as far as I'm aware. If we go to block all, oops, crouch up, probably not that. If we go to the wall, wait, get out of that. -8, so you can't like on regular. It's -14 on heat and becomes safe. What else do we have as well? Of course, electric. Forward 2 used to be a demon tool. Now, if we go to patch 1, which I can do because I have the disc version of Tekken, this was egregious. This would get you from halfway through the screen and immediate heat. It's always heat. You see as a combo, it would always go into heat. Even if you didn't, you could do this. If it didn't, always. Or into this. All the way. Right? And we haven't even talked about this stance here, which I think is either a Raijin stance. No, that's Heihachi. This stance has a parry in it. Reina has a people will do that all the time because you have to remember, if I'm not in heat, like if I get rid of heat, there's nothing I could do here. The only thing I could do is this. And even then you can't do heat guard if they're fast enough. If they're fast enough, they can't do heat guard. I'm spamming that button. I'm spamming heat guard. You can't do it. So Reina in heat is egregious. It's dumb. Because it's either you get that, or someone does this a lot. Or someone does this a lot into that. That is stupid. When this was revealed in Season 2, against Asuka, I was shitting myself. I was generally shitting myself. Look what else you could do. This character can be an absolute fucking monster. Look. That's nutty. Unless you mash that. But remember, if you're like this, counter hit. There's nothing you could do about that pressure. Because it's either they do this, or they do this. They do this and counter hit you for 1 million. Not even for 1 million, for like a good 60 damage. That could be the end of the game. That could be the end of the game. So this character has plenty of tools, okay? She's plenty of tools. Remember, she has a 2 break. She also has an unblockable. 20 damage doesn't seem like a lot, right? But let's go to the wall. Let's go to the wall. If we go to the wall here, she gets a power boost. That's now 35 damage. That is a regular grab damage. That's a regular grab damage for free. Now obviously grabs can be ducked. But why are you ducking Reina? If you duck Reina, yeah, you get opened up with that. Seriously. Ducking Reina is a death sentence. If you go crouch wall. Crouch block, yeah? Ducking Reina, you get hit with this. Ducking Reina, you get hit with this. Ducking Reina, get hit with this. Get hit with that. You can't duck Reina. Reina's not a duckable character. Even with down forward 1 poke, down forward 1 check is danger. It's danger all the time. Or you get hit with this. You're ducking and blocking. That's free. That's damage. That's legal. This is a true combo. This is a true combo. True combo. You can't duck Reina. The only thing that you could do against Reina is hope that she messes up on execution. Because Reina is an execution character at the end of the day. To do all this perfectly, it's almost like Akuma. People feared Akuma because he could do some bullshit, right? But people didn't know how to play Akuma. So really should, if you went up against Akuma, more time they wasn't doing this crazy stuff. But Reina's the new Akuma, really and truly. You could duck that, right? But then she also have this. We haven't even spoken about this. Our new Season 8 move. Because not on block, if you get hit with this low, because this look, this low is -12. That's not really punishable, and you left crouching as well. You left crouching, so that's not punishable. Unless you play, what's her name? June. June's the only one that can punish it because it's more than -10 low crush. If you go to standing, +3 into automatic what's it called? Stance. Power crush. Mid. This is ridiculous. You can't defend this. Wall splat. Floor break. How can you defend this? Why would you defend this character? Why would you defend this? This character is really busted. She's really busted, but people just don't know how to play her. And to be fair, there's so many combo routes that I just don't know how to do with this character. I gave up on this character because she's too difficult. She is too difficult for me to play. I'm a scrub, okay? She's too difficult for me to play ultimately. But she is really cool. She is super fucking cool. I just can't play her. But this is the reasons why I think she's top tier. And she doesn't have much negatives. She really doesn't. A lot of her stuff. One problem I had with Miari Zoo is that a lot of her shit was negative. -8. -10. Obviously she has electric, so +5 or -5. Even with this, -15, that's punishable, right? But we do with 14. Right? And in heat, I pressed the wrong button, but in heat it's safe. Even if you do something like this. -12, not that negative. -7, and there's a lot of pushback. If you do something like this. -8. -13, but on electric it's -9. This is -17, this is -14, okay? This is not as negative. Easy option. Only -4. It's a high, you could duck it. But why would you duck when, if you duck, remember, look what you have to deal with. You have to deal with this. Against the wall, look. Wall spat. You have to deal with that. You have to deal with this. 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 You can't duck against her. These are easy buttons to press. You can't duck against Reina. She's not a duckable character. So even when she's threatening you with grab, even when she's threatening you with this, look! What about that is duckable? That's not duckable. Even if she misses, look! Look! Character's not duckable. So yeah, these are the reasons why I think Reina is a top tier character. And there's no disputing that she's not a top tier character. If you don't think she's a top tier character after what I just showed you, all her pros, then I think you're doing it wrong. Remember, she can move like a Tekken 8 character. She can do this. She can move like a woman. She is a female character. She's a female character.